Hey, you ever been to Chancellor Park? That's where I live. My name is Tavin Dillard. I live in Chancellor Park. I mow lawns, mowing, edging, grass cutting legend. I sure am glad to join me here on this podcast. I want to let you know what's going on in my neck of the woods. Now, I started out years ago on the YouTubes and then the TikToks and the Instagrams now and the whatnots. I got the websites, the tavindillard.com, but right now, I want to clue you into what's happening in my neck of the woods on the Tavin Dillard podcast. You here? I'm here. I'm glad you joined me. Now I'm going to send it over to myself. This is like the pre-introduction, but let's get on to the real show today. I'm glad you joined me here. Bank, bank. Hey y'all guys, it's Tavin Dillard. That's me, and this is the Tavin Dillard podcast. I'm telling you things you already know. What in the world, though, happened to the month of July? It is July, well, if you're listening to this on the day it comes out, it's July the 30th. I got a drink today. Listen to this. Boy, it's a cold soda pop. You don't need to listen to me drink anything. I ain't going to eat anything. I ain't going to smack in your ear on this podcast, but I'm just telling you, it's nice, easy, rounding out the old Julys, thinking about, the August and what's coming up. But boy, I'm in the middle. I don't even know if it's the middle of softball season. I think we might be close to getting to mid-season. Like, here's the deal. This is episode 13 of season 10 of the podcast, but what you got to know, what you got to understand here is that we in the middle of softball season, but just because this season's almost over, I think it's 16 episodes in season 10, so we got a few more after this. The softball season keeps going, so I had to let you know, as the summer and into the, I think early fall, how I'll keep you updated in season 11 about Team Burger Shed and how we doing, and that could be confusing, but life's a mysterious thing, y'all guys. Life's a mysterious thing. So thank y'all for joining me today. What do we got going on in the show notes? Well, you may have heard last week, when I did my Team Burger Shed book, when it launched in May, the people that got the early orders in, they got a free autographed baseball card. I guess technically it's a softball card because that's what I play, but it's like a baseball card. And with my stats on the back and me on the front, Team Burger Shed, my baseball card. But folks will message me, hey, where can I get a card? And I'm like, well, I don't have them for sale or nothing like that. It's like they went with the book kind of thing. So I finally just said, you know what, I'm going to make some available, and I autograph them, and folks have been getting them, but there's some left. So anyways, there's a limited amount we made available, and by we, I mean me, on the interweb. And if you want one, if you want to autograph, I guess it's my rookie card of the softball seasons. You can check it out in the show notes today. There's a link to get one if you'd like that, or somebody that's a card collector, or somebody that likes to set their sweet tea on cards instead of just on the table. My card is available. So you can check the show notes for that. Butter Bacon 20-24. It's a campaign shirt. Vote for butter, vote for bacon. That's in the show notes today too. And I'll put just a link to all my other shirts. You'll see them there. So there's things you can get. August, there's a big announcement coming up in August about bacon giveaway, giving away bacon hats, giving away bacon. It should be a hoot. Me and Bacon Boise, they're the ones that produce the Tavin bacon bags. We teaming up to do some stuff in August because it's National Bacon Day in a month. Basically, I think it's August 31, so about a month or so. So we want to, got that to look forward to. But anyways, if you want to check the show notes today, you'll find how to get the autographed baseball card, Butter Bacon shirt, Tavin's bacon bag, and my other shirts too. So a lot going on in there. As far as Team Burger Shed, we now 6-2 on the season, and we had another game this week, or did we? I'll let you know about that in a little bit. We had a schedule. There's a new event in town. You know about new events? Like, it's not an event that we did before. Coach Hicks, you know him. He's working on a summer special, trying to get folks fit for the new school year coming up and all that. He owns Thunder Punch. He's the head lifeguard at the city pool. He was my high school PE teacher. It don't matter. All I'm saying is he's trying to get some folks into Thunder Punch, you know, his boxing gym. But they don't just box there. It's like a fitness gym, I guess. But he got a little ring in there. Anyways, it's discount on Thunder Punch memberships, what he's running right now, and also offer, you know, a certain lessons. He got an offer going on certain lessons now. He asked me one time if I knew how to get a dolphin in a chokehold. Honest question, I guess, but I ain't never really thought about it, you know. Like, I ain't been in situations where I'm near a dolphin, and in order for my day to get better, or me to be safe, or someone who happened to be nearby needed me to help them be safe, and the only way to achieve that goal was that the dolphin needed to get choked. I ain't never been in that situation. I don't know if he's talking about choking the dolphin out till he ain't alive, or just choke him out till he taps out like in a UFC match. Like, I didn't get all the details because I didn't understand what he's asking. But if it's just a UFC match, if that's the case, how does a dolphin tap out? Does he smack his little flipper on something? And who's calling this? Is there a ref nearby who works these inland dolphin people matches? I don't know. But that's the other thing. I ain't never seen a dolphin in real life. But if it was like a stray dog or a possum, even a bobcat, something like that, I'd be like, yeah, chokehold might come in handy. But your guess is as good as mine as to where the dolphin's shoulders end and his neck starts. All I'm saying, y'all, is Coach Hicks, he's got a summer sale, and he wanted to do some demos this week down at the boxing gym. So he asked me to come and help demonstrate stuff. Now, if you think that ain't real clear what he's asking me to do, welcome to my world. Am I about to get tossed around the mat? Am I a sparring partner for Coach Hicks? Because I ain't about to do that. Well, here's the deal. I get down there. This is just this past Saturday. I get down there at 8 a.m. You know, that's the morning times if you didn't go to school for a.m.s. And it's Saturday, and his event started at 9 a.m., so I'm an hour early, you know, because I got to get there because I'm helping. You know how helpers show up earlier than regular, just customers or whatever. And it's just going to go 9 a.m. to noon. That's the plan for this summer sale. He got balloons by the front door. Justine Dunlap's got a protein shake table set up in front. Whatever's in that mix that she's making them protein shakes out of, Coach Hicks sells that mix inside Thunder Punch, so you can buy that little powder or a can or whatever and have that drink in the comfort of your own trailer, like that away. And it's okay. I mean, it wasn't no milkshake from the burger shed, I'll tell you that right now. So I get inside and I ask Coach Hicks what he wants me to do. You know, that's basically, hey, Coach Hicks, what do you need from me? You asked me to be here. I'm here to help. What is it that you want me to do? He kindly looked around, almost like he hadn't really thought about it. And, you know, if somebody's in charge and they look a little confused, you're a little bit wondering if, you know, this is just going to be something that might be a little bit of a train wreck kind of thing. He said, well, I'm doing a sparring lesson with Myron in a ring. That's Myron Curtis he's talking about. After that, I'm going to let folks try out different equipment, kindly give them a tour of what the gym has to offer. I got some snacks, and while they eating, I'm telling them about my classes and what they get if they buy a membership, that kind of thing. And I said, okay, what do you need from me, Coach Hicks? You know, that's what I'm asking about. He said, well, maybe just go out back and figure out how people can stay in shape at home, too. We don't want them to have to wait here to be here to exercise. So I'm like, well, okay. So I go out behind Thunder Punch, and I see an old wooden sawhorse. It's broke. There's a hose connected to a faucet, 2 tractor tires, a couple tarps, and a solo flex machine that's rusted. Well, I ain't about to CrossFit this thing with them tractor tires, so I ignored him. And there ain't nothing I'm going to do with a splintery old sawhorse, so that's out too. But you give me some flat ground, 2 tarps, and a water hose, son, we in business. I mean, we good to go. So I spread out them tarps. I end up setting up them tires at the beginning of the first tarp off to the side, and 1 tire in the middle on the side where the tarps overlap, like that away. It ain't the best, but it's what we've got. And then I crank on that water hose. Well, it's getting close to go time, and folks start showing up to this Thunder Punch summer sale. Coach Hicks wasn't really clear on when my section was supposed to happen. You know, it didn't sound like I said, I'm pretty sure at this point he ain't thought this stuff out. So he just sent me in the back to figure things out on my own. Really, all he told me was to figure it out. So I was ready to go. I was ready basically from the get-go. Like if somebody comes my way to my little station, I got the tarps down, the tires on them, the water hose on. Come on, bring it on. It's already hot. Myron Curtis shows up and he sees that thing around back where I'm at, and there's just something about a slip and slide that we can't avoid. It's like a moth to a flame or a skater to a bug zapper. It's like a real pull. It's hard to ignore. So before I can say, Myron, ain't you supposed to go sparring with Coach Hicks? He's throwed off his shirt and he's motoring toward that slip and slide. He don't have the best launch, but he slides a goodly amount to where he's hooked. I mean, basically, the slip and slide is the slot machine of the water world. It's one of them things like you do it once or twice, you're like, well, I need to do it one more time. Well, I can do one better this time kind of thing. And Myron's back around because he knows he can do better. So he's back to the start. He's wiping his eyes, smiling. Then he hollers, woo, and he's off. He makes it farther the second time, buddy. His tummy's getting red. I was like, Myron, you okay? Oh, yeah. And then Rusty Tidwell shows up, and before I can say, I ain't sure if the slip and slide's supposed to be open yet, Rusty's shirt's off, and he's halfway down the track with a real solid slide. Woo! Come on, Rusty hollers. He hops to his feet. He heads back to the front. Rusty's an athlete. Y'all know that if you know anything about Team Burger Shed. So Coach Hicks, he comes out and he blows the whistle. You know, I told you he's head lifeguard at the City Pool. He always got a whistle on him. Well, he's asking us to stop. You know, first he's sending me out there, figure it out on your own, Tabin. Well, now he's telling me to stop. I was like, how do you want me to stop, Coach? Shut the water off? Like, what am I supposed to do to stop this? I mean, he's holding the summer sale. Folks is having fun at his summer sale. Coach Hicks got a good business sense, and he knows the opportunity when he sees it. So as more folks show up and everybody's in exercise clothes, it's just as easy as swim clothes, right? Well, Shailene Riggs is in front. She joins the slip and slide party around back. Mary Beth Tucker was on her way to a shift at the veterinary, and she couldn't resist that slip and slide neither. Folks, I'm telling you right now, whatever happened in the back with the tarp and the water hose, boy, everybody's getting drawn to it. Mary Beth slid down there too. Myron was embarrassed with his shirt off and his red tummy in front of Mary Beth, but everybody's having a good time. Apparently Mary Beth got to change of clothes at the veterinary. I hope she had a towel there too. It is a regular water party out behind Thunder Punch now. So now, I mean, it's a hoot of a time. I don't know if that's what Coach Hicks was looking for, but I mean, that's all I know how to have is a good time once the water's on. I know Coach Hicks had a plan. Don't hear me say he don't. And I'm pretty sure this wasn't really it. I was confused when I got there what he wanted me to do. And as far as I can tell, he ain't really thought this out either, just sending me back out there to figure it out. Like I said, pretty soon Justine, she moved her protein drink table around back, and whatever Coach Hicks was hoping would happen inside Thunder Punch did not. Coach Hicks ended up bringing he went ahead, got inside Thunder Punch, brought a speaker out, you know, like a speaker that plays music, and any kind of music you want to play through it, and he was playing it. Russell Tucker collected some money and went to the burger shed around 11:30 a.m. We had some lunch, and by noon, this thing was over. Well, some folks signed up for memberships, so not because they heard Coach Hicks' big plan for how he could get them in shape. Oh, no. They signed up because they had a good time at Thunder Punch's summer sale event. So I feel like I did something right. You know, I ain't going to take all the credit, but I'm saying whatever happened back behind Thunder Punch was a win. You want to hear about a win-win? Coach offered me 6-month free membership to Thunder Punch on account of the help I gave him today. He told me to leave them tarps out, and there may be some more slip and sliding soon. Who knows? We still had a game this week, too, and by the time game day rolled around, Myron's tummy was healed up from the slip and slide, but he is still pretty sore. And with all this good weather, you wouldn't expect a thunderstorm, except you would, and that's what we had this week, what they call a rain out. Some seasons they make them games up. Sometimes they don't. I ain't afraid of a doubleheader, but that's a big ask for some of the guys to be out late on a Thursday night. Other thing is they might do is make it up on a Friday night, so we'll see. All that to say, Team Burger Shed is still 6-2, and we'll have our regularly scheduled game next week, or later this week, and then I'll have the update next week, and then we'll find out if we're making up this rain out or not. Kind of hope we do. More softball is the way I see it. When do y'all do the county fair in your neck of the woods? Ours is August, but they do it almost into September as a month. I'm probably going to try to go twice this year. It's really, if you want to do it right, it's more than a one-day trip, but August is just around the corner. You know about that. So you got to know that between lawn mowing, city poo, softball, and county fair, there's a busy week ahead. I got a lot to do. Something's about to get deep fried, and I'm liable to eat it. Can't wait to let you know how all that goes. So I appreciate y'all. And you know, we, like I mentioned at the beginning, we getting close to the old end of season 10 for the podcast. And what that means is, you know, we do the Q&A at the end. That's the last episode of every season. I don't know. I thought for season 11, maybe just answer one question a week instead of doing one episode where I'm answering everybody's questions at once. You know, just kind of, you know, weave them in there all season long. I don't know. You can let me know what y'all think about that. But for now, I'm going to do a Q&A episode in a few episodes. So if you can start sending in your questions in the subject line of your emails. Boy, I'm starting to get into a little yawn, a little afternoon nap coming my way. But in the subject line of them emails, if you can put a season 10 Q&A, then I know what it's for. Then just ask that question. And then if you text me, that's another big way folks send in the questions for the Q&As. It's text. That's 501-322-6249. That'll be in the show notes today. Just say, hey, Tabin, this is for the Q&A, and then ask the question. Because folks, you know, they'll text me or email me often enough to where I gotta know if it's actually for the podcast episode. So make sure that's clear, or I might just text you back like, no, I don't wear no creased breeches from the outlet malls. That's Meemaw's thing, you know, like that kind of thing. Or whatever you ask me, I might just answer you right back, but not if you want me to save it for the Q&A. So you got to make that known. And just a little social media update, if you've been following along, it's been pretty good. You know, I'm posting 2-3 times a week. What happened this last week on TikTok, one of my videos went real big again. Not super big, but more than usual. And people was like, hey, man, welcome back. Where you been? And I just have to let y'all know I ain't gone anywhere. I post on everything pretty often. But what happens if you don't go check my page on what I uploaded that day or that week, then I guess it's not showing up. And I think the way I show up, if you on a social media platform, TikTok or Instagrams, I guess YouTubes too, Facebooks, I post there all four of them consistently, is that you got to like them. Like if you like or you like interact with that post, then that platform will show you more from that person. So if there's a Tab and Dillard video that pops up and you think it's funny, you may laugh to yourself and say, oh, that's funny, I'm going to scroll on to the next thing. But if you don't tell that, if you don't hit like or leave me a comment, then more of my stuff might not show up. And then you be like, hey, where you been? And I say, well, I'm still here. Welcome back. You know, and a lot of times you don't just go check my page. If you check my page, you'll see everything new that's coming up. But you know, a lot of times I think what happens on the interweb when people are on them tellulars is they just take whatever that platform feeds them next and they watch that. And if it ain't a Tab and Dillard video, then that's not what's on your mind, you know, and that's fine. But I just wanted y'all to know, if you're like, boy, I ain't seen you in a while, I'm still there. I'm posting. You know, last week I posted, usually it's every Wednesday or Tuesday night, it's a donut video. I did the apple turnover this last week. It's like the cousin of the donut, super flaky. Like pouring a whole shoebox full of sawdust in your lap, eating one of them things. But anyways, I did one on the turnover. And then I posted one of me and Cliff Pace. I tried to shoot a commercial for him. I don't think he appreciated it like I thought he needed to, but that ain't my problem. Maybe it is, actually. And then I posted one, baby doll weather report, brand new baby doll weather report last week. So there's a food that showed up, you know, on the social medias last week. So hopefully you keeping up with all that. But if you're not, that's okay. You can always text me just to check in, 501-322-6249. Email me, tabandillard@gmail.com. All that's going to be in the show notes today, along with the butter bacon shirt, Tavin's bacon bag, the autographed baseball card, personal greetings, and then a link to all the merch. So there's a lot of ways to stay connected and to keep in touch here on the interweb with me and all that's going on in my trailer park, Chancellor Park, and in my town at large, as they say. But we about 3 weeks out from that season 10 Q&A, so feel free to start sending them questions. You can email them or text me. Like I said, make sure you let me know it's for the season 10 Q&A. I sure appreciate y'all. And hey, if you ain't had to get a dolphin in a chokehold this week, you having a pretty good week. Me, I'm Tabin Dillard. This is the Tabin Dillard Podcast. Till next time, y'all guys. We'll see you later.